Hi guys, Niraj here. I'm gonna try to explain a little bit about how I fixed this seat from Mitsubishi Pajero 96. The problem was this part was not falling onto the seat. So that was the problem. If you see here, there is a knob. If you pull this upwards, actually this should be falling onto the seat and folding the seat upwards. So the problem was this was not working, so I had to find out why it wasn't working, and it was very difficult for me to diagnose it inside the car. I spent a lot of time, but it didn't work, so I thought I should just bring the seat back, put it on the table and see how the mechanics is. So I thought initially this part here at the side is responsible for folding the seat to the front, but it's not. This part is actually, this part here, this is just like a joint, and this joint is only responsible for the back of the seat to move a little bit to the back or to the front, or when you move this lever at the side of your seat, you can move it to the front and to the back. But if you have to fold the seat completely and fold it upwards, this knob works. So this knob is used. So and then my common sense said that there is something here connecting this knob with the whole thing. So I try to open this part and see it, and you see this part, this was here, it's got two clips that goes upwards in here. There's a bar like that, and there are two knobs here and two holes. But what you have to do is that you just pull to one side, and one corner, the bottom corner pops up, and then push it that way, and then another right corner pops up, and then push it down, your cover is out. Once your cover is out, there are rings like this, which has been used to fasten this fabric onto the foam. So what I did was I removed all these three rings from here, so I have an access in here. So once I remove, I see the plastic cover, and there are two screws. I removed these screws, and then I could pull this plastic away from the surface by using a little bit of force, and I see the things being connected from this part. So as I try to move it a little bit, I see what's moving and in which direction it should be moving, but it was not moving. And I used a rubber hammer to unfreeze the parts in there. I slightly hammered and then try to pull it. As I pull it, it moved. It was tight, but it moved, and as it moved, I saw there's a bit of rust in between the parts that moves, and I used WD-40, and that was yesterday, and today I'm gonna use WD-40 white lithium grease. So once this has been unfrozen, the problem has been solved. That means that if you pull this upwards, it's gonna move the seat back completely to the forward, and as it is moving forward, it's gonna also unlock the lock at the bottom, and you can lift the whole seat upwards like this. But I'm not gonna, like this. this is how it's gonna sit in your car. This is a complete folding. So this is problem number one in this seat. What I fixed this time. There was also another problem. Same seat, another same seat. Let's say another same seat. But the problem was I could fold it. I could still hear the click sound of unlocking, but it was not completely unlocked. I mean, you could not lift it up like this. So, and then I spent again a lot of time observing why it's not unlocking. And then I found out the problem that you see there are two hooks that goes into a mechanism on the floor of the car where the seat sits, and one of the hook was at the corner, very tight, sitting very tight, even though this was unlocking, but it was still staying there. So that made it hard for it to move upwards. So what I did was that again, I moved the whole seat back and forth to the sides. So it came, the hook, the position of hook moved from to the corner to the center. And I tried to lift that up and it worked. So two problems. This one has been fixed. It's got a joint here that is responsible for bending the seat back completely onto the seat. Like this. And the same seat, another seat from the car. The lock was not releasing because it was hooked inside, and that has been also solved. I hope this is going to help you as well. If you have the same problem with same model, mine is Mitsubishi Pajero 1996. I bought it second-hand about 3-4 months before, and I've been repairing it whatever I can repair, except the motors, except the engine. I painted the rooftop, the bonnet. Yeah, so this is about repairing the second row seat from Mitsubishi Pajero 96. Thank you for watching, and namaste.